iron in the soul. The humiliation ritual ensures that you are divinely protected and divinely guided individual. I want to begin this message today with some words of affirmation that can give you hope, encouragement, and strength for your journey. I want to challenge you to begin to say something like this each and every day. I am divinely favored by God. I have protection over my life. There are angelic beings that watch over me each day. The Most High is speaking to me on a daily basis through dreams and visions. I have divine power. I have supernatural endowments or superpowers that can help and guide me through life. I have gifts. I have time, talent, and treasure that has been entrusted to me for the purpose of fulfilling my destiny on earth. I am here for a reason. I'm here for a purpose. I have value. I have meaning. I am not a throwaway. You are the one that your family is waiting on. You are the one that your tribe is waiting on. And more importantly, and even deeper, you are the one that the world is waiting for. This is the way you, as a chosen one, have to see yourself. You are on this earth for a mission, for a purpose. You have destiny. And because of this, you, day by day, make a conscious decision to put your purpose over your pleasure. And when you do this, you will prosper. Prosper in the ancient Hebrew text means to advance and to move forward with the grace and help of the Most High. So you are the one who is divinely protected. This is why you're seeing numbers each day. For example, 222, 444, 777, 1111. You're seeing these numbers throughout your day at various times. And it is a short glimpse of God's way, rather, of speaking to you and giving you inspiration, giving you guidance, letting you know that you are on the right path. At times, letting you know when you're off track. He's there to give you assistance in your day-by-day life. He's there to let you know that you are surrounded by real angelic beings. And the reason that this is such an important message for you on this day is because a chain of people with a chain of demons behind them have an assignment to stop you. And you're going to feel that energy. You're going to feel that pressure. You're going to feel that opposition. You're going to feel that hate. You're going to feel that vibe of the vagabond spirit, the wanderer on the earth that has no mission or purpose like you. And so when you feel this energy, this type of message is here to remind you that it won't work. It's to remind you that your business will succeed. It's to remind you that your idea will prosper if you continue to pursue it. It's to remind you that you may be the first one in your family that's a professional athlete. I'm going to speak this word over you. That may be for one person who hears this. You may be the first one in your family in the NFL, in the NBA. You say, thinking that big? Yeah, I'm thinking that big. Yes, I am. And I want you to think that big too. Your album, your music. You see, when you live with purpose, you are a dedicated individual. If you want to have meaning in this world, you got to be dedicated. Devotion. For example, these talks I do, I have dedicated years of my life to reading, studying, meditation, prayer, fasting. I don't say it to boast. I say it to lead by example. This is what I'm supposed to do. So I dedicate my time and effort to it. I have notes. I have books. I'm here in the basement of my library. What's that to do with you? What are you dedicated to? And whatever it is for you, do it each day. You won't build a pyramid in 1 week. But if you lay a brick each day, eventually you'll have a pyramid. And this is the way you have to see your life. And when you know that you are divinely favored and guided, they can't stop you. The chain of demons, the people, the hate, the jealousy, the animosity, all that will be is a push uphill. Somebody put in the comment section, push uphill. What do I mean by that? I'm going to use the analogy of climbing a mountain. I use this one a lot. And as you climb this mountain and go forward in life, that opposition really is pushing you up. I had this happen in a direct context at the gym just this week. And to make a long story short, because it's kind of irrelevant to this talk, there was opposition I faced there. I'll leave it there. The details unnecessary. And that hate that I felt in that moment, it fueled my workout. And I really believe I got more done that day than I would have had that not happened. So I know from my life, I'm sure you have too, that sometimes bad things happen to you as kind of fuel. It's that push, it's that nudge to go forward. We need a little fire underneath us every now and then. And when people bring that fire through the hate, through the gossip, through the slander, through belittling, soak that all up. Soak it up. Feel all that. And let that sometimes be used partially, not the only motivation, of course, but partially as motivation to go forward. What's up, y'all? It's your big brother, King Jabez, and I'm going to use a bit of a different format today and really just break this down, really just talk to you. It's kind of like a conversation. It's a video, but I want to take some time and really just share my heart and what I believe concerning this topic. Yeah, you are, if this truly is you, a chosen individual, chosen one, you are divinely protected and you have divine guidance. That's huge. That's a very strong statement. And that's a statement that everyone can make. Can you look in the mirror and truly say to yourself that the Most High is on my side? That I am surrounded by angelic beings. I have direct insight, wisdom, direction from God himself. And if that's you, they can't do nothing with you. I mean, you're on your way to the top. Let me just break it down. Why is this important for you? Well, if you listen to this, more than likely you are an individual, man or woman. You have gone through the most severe test and you have passed. And I want to say something about tests. Let me speak. And I like this format because I can kind of just talk and not worry about the view and the video and all that type of stuff. I can just really just share my heart and just talk to you people today. Get behind the mic and talk to you. Some storms are supposed to happen. Let me put that out there like this. Let me say this to you. Some storms are supposed to happen. You can't avoid it. And it's in the aftermath of those storms and trials, storm meaning trials, bad times in life, they are necessary for our growth. I would not be here today. I would not be on the internet calling myself Iron in the Soul, King Jabez, had it not been for storms. Look at the terminology I've been using for 4 years, gang. Iron in the Soul. Extreme mental anguish. Jabez, Hebrew biblical name, which means born in pain. I'm giving you a message just with my names. Look at that. Iron. I mean, this is like common sense. That's what's going to make you, my boy, sis, is how you deal with your storms. They're coming. they are inevitable. I was coming home last night from the gym, case in point. And it would start raining out of nowhere. I get my car, I wasn't expecting that, come out, got drenched in water and wet, and got my car and drove home. Not a big deal, but that's how those trials be. They be out of nowhere. Everything's smooth, and then boom, you get hit. And so we gotta be ready for that. But more importantly than being ready for it, we have to choose how we respond to it. And I've said before, I'll say this a million times if I have to. It's not what you go through, but it's how you come out. So I use this talk to speak life into you, to clarify what may be some confusion in your mind and set your spirit free, to really explain why you've had so much mistreatment, why you've been getting these weird experiences with people your whole life. You gave out love and light, and it seemed like you got back hatred, jealousy, malice, strife. And I've had my experience with that. I've been helping people for years with not just online with YouTube, but in everyday life, in the community. I have community leadership experience. I won't go into details. That's unimportant. But what I know from doing that, and also online, is that there are times when you're going to give out love and light, and you'll get back hate and anger, animosity. So I say that not to make this about myself, but to use my life as an example of what you're going to go through. If you have a desire to do good, just expect some bad stuff happen to you. I'm going to just give you that piece right now. So when it happens, you're not surprised. But I say that not to scare you away, but to let you know, don't let that bother you. You do what God told you to do, in spite of how people respond to it, whether they like it or not, whether they understand it. They ain't got to understand. You understand? You know what God told you to do. And that's what it's all about. So this video, again, is to give context to your pain, to let you know that your enemy's time is up. Somebody put in the comment section, your enemy's time is up. It's over. Within 4 months, you're going to see a change. I'm going to keep speaking that word of wisdom over you. So within 4 months, by spring, you're going to see a shift. You're going to have an open door. There will be an audience placed before you. I can just envision an audience before you right now. That audience may be on your IG. That audience may be on your Facebook. That audience may be on your Twitter. That audience may be on your TikTok account. That audience may be at an actual arena where you're performing, where you're a part of a sporting event. You're an athlete, you're an actor, model, speaker, leader. It could be your audience as a organization you're going to work for. I don't know what that means for you, but I'm saying to you, I'm sitting here now with my eyes closed. I'm envisioning you before a crowd. So what you're going through now is to prepare you for that crowd. Somebody say this humiliation, this process is preparing me for the crowd. That's preparing you for the fight. Some of you guys who follow me are professional fighters. It's preparing you for that fight. Some of you ladies who follow me are artists. It's preparing you for that album, sis. You're working on that song. You're working on that album. You're working on the EP, that project. Some of you, you say, I don't do music. I don't do sports. You're in business. Some of you, you know what? You are the ones who make us look good. Meaning you're the beauticians, you're the barbers, you're the makeup artists. All that's part of the game. Because without all of you, that's necessary. You listen to this, you're a tattoo artist. Man, all of us, we need that sauce. We need that sauce you provide. The tattoos, the haircut, the beautician, the beauty products. I don't know what you ladies do, but you get my point. All that's necessary. Everybody, so in other words, everybody plays a role in this game we call life. And what I've learned and am learning more and more day by day, you got to just find your lane. You got to figure out what your lane is and stay in it. It's that simple. I think Nipsey said this, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. There ain't no traffic in your lane. You dig? Ain't no traffic in your lane. If you find your lane, this is your space, you got that. So once you get your lane and figure out what you want to do, go forward with that. When you find your lane, that's when you run into the divine guidance and divine protection. You're not protected outside your lane. Let me drop that piece real quick. You got to be in your lane to be protected. You got to be in your lane to guide you. God can't guide you if you're off track. You dig? You're on the wrong path. He wants you to go to California. You're going to Mississippi. You're going the wrong way. And that's something we got to think about. Nothing against Mississippi. I'm just giving an analogy. So I'm pretty sure there's one person in Mississippi here. This what you're trying to say, bro? Nothing. My cousin down there. Shout out to my cousin Mantis. What's up, man? You know what I mean? So, ain't nothing to do with Mississippi. I'm talking about in general life. You go forward when you go in the right direction and whatever that may be for you. And a part of you finding that lane is leaving certain people out that lane with you. Everybody can't be in the vehicle or traveling with you. Let's go back a little bit. Remember a video I did just recently? We talked about 6 people leaving 2023. That's still relevant. For those who may have not seen that video or those who have, let's review real quick. The leech, the wild donkey, the ostrich, the locust, the python, and the hyena. Those are 6 animal spirits, and they are pictures of human nature. So we're not calling anybody an animal, because I'm sure that's what some of you get out of that. This is not to be condescending and arrogant. But the animals are used here as a picture of human nature and a tad bit deeper demonic activity as well. So who is the leech? A person that clings to you for personal gain. If they're always around you and they only get from you and you never get anything in return, they're a leech. The wild donkey just speaks to somebody that's just, it speaks for itself, out of control, untamable. Some people, no offense to y'all gang, they just crazy. And you can't help everybody. Wild, loud, can't tell them anything, always right, just off. And if you find something like that, you got to give them some space until they figure it out. The ostrich, these are people to avoid too. The ostrich are people who always turn a blind eye to the suffering you go through. People like that are dangerous. If you see me going through hell and you sit back and play stupid, I don't want you around me because you're not stupid. What you're showing is that you are cowardice and you don't want to stand up for me. And so if you got somebody around you, somebody say, I don't want no cowards around me. I know some of y'all mad. That's how I get mad. You need to tell yourself that. You don't want people around you, sir, ma'am, who don't have your back when you're in trouble. You want warriors around you. And so the ostrich is a person you don't want around you. If you're going to hide your head when I'm in trouble, stay away from me. locusts. This is just, it could be time or people or energy, anything that's just eating up your resources. That's like the locust. It constantly, just a drain to what you got going on. The python, which is very dangerous because this is the individual who comes around and they present themselves as your friend. That's why this person's so dangerous, because they come around like that's your boy. You hear me? This your girl. And they're there as a disingenuous friend. But when time comes, opportunity comes, they're going to turn on you. And I've had my experience with the python spirit. Let me tell you. They come around and I love you, and they say this, that, and the third. And before you know it, and I will tell you how this always comes out too, by the way, ladies and men. Just give it some time. Give it some time, and eventually the type of time people know it's going to come out. They can't hide their true nature, their true colors. People's true colors will always show. Mark my word. Some quicker than others, but almost everybody, within the course of 1 year, give a person 12 months, you'll know what they're working with. Watch anybody for a year, and you're going to figure out what type of person they are. It's that simple. It ain't rocket science. And then the hyena. This person it speaks of communication. This is interesting about the hyena. Hyenas are disgusting creatures. This is not a good thing. That represent unclean spirits. This scavenger jaws are twice as strong as those of a lion. So a hyena's jaws are stronger than the jaws of a lion. So this speaks of an individual who is deadly with the sins of the tongue, meaning gossip, slandering. They will tear you up their words, curse you out, threaten you, use witchcraft. These type of people be in private doing voodoo and chanting. I mean, you got all type of people out here doing all type of weird activity. You know what I mean? And so people like this, they are dangerous. And they may come across as nice. They may come across as charming as a man or sweet as a woman. But behind all that, they're a beast. They're doing some stuff that's going to mess you up. And that stuff, I'm going to manifest this real quick. This one has become very popular over the last 4 years. That's been my observation. A lot of people tapped into a witchcraft piece. And you'll be with somebody thinking they're cool, and they're chanting over you, okay? Trying to work some witchcraft on you and put spells on you. Listen to your big brother. This stuff is not a game. This is real life. So avoid those people. Lead them in 2023. That's a part to me of what it means to be divinely protected. You cannot be protected and guided surrounded by devils. I mean, I don't know how else to say that. I mean, there's no nice way to say that. Purge your circle. You dig? Choose your friends carefully, and that'll help you go forward and be protected. And just even me this week sharing my story, my life at an 18-year-old as also 26, with being in the streets and coming out of that and eventually going to college and whatnot and transforming my life. Your secret weapon in this world, this is why I bring all that up, is your connection to the Most High. You're going to need that to build generational wealth. You're going to need that to deal with people. You're going to need that to go forward to whatever you're trying to do to make your next move. This is your big one, whatever, however you want to put it, cloud up. I can use any terminology you want. Get in there, all of that. To do that, you need God to help you. And he helps those who help themselves. That's true. God helps those who help themselves. He's not going to do everything for you. He's not going to go to the gym for you. This is what God won't do. Okay? He's not going to go to the gym for you. He's not going to read them books for you. He's not going to go get in the car and drive to a different state for you. There are a lot of decisions we just got to make, gang. And when we do that, that's when we see the breakthrough. That's when we begin to experience that new territory, have that moment. That's when the tables turn, when we start making those moves. What God does is help you do it. That's what I believe. So I'm not sitting back waiting for God to do everything. You'll be sitting back with nothing. My own personal fitness journey. God wasn't picked up every day doing 500 push-ups. I had to do that. But I believe he gave me the strength to do it. I believe he gave me the motivation to do it for a reason. Cause I know I'm doing it for a reason. He gave me the strength. See what I'm saying? That's what God do. He'll give you the motivation. He'll give you the strength. He'll give you to get up and go. But at the end of the day, you got to do it. And when you get up day by day and do what you got to do, not just push-ups, of course, but whether it be reading, working, traveling, speaking, business, whatever it is that you do, when the Most High is helping you, that's a big part to me, at least, of what it means to be divinely guided and to be divinely protected. I made it so clear I believe in angels. I made that very clear in my content. There's no doubt in my mind that there are angelic beings. And that's why some of you are even seeing these angel numbers. I know some of you don't like to hear that, but I believe in that. And I had to go in depth one day about that, in depth, a nice 20, 30-minute message. And it still won't be enough for some of y'all. I understand that, but I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway. This is why you're seeing numbers like 222, 444, 1111. You're seeing these number sequences because there's a message there for you that you are surrounded by angelic help. That is divine protection. And when you understand that, that gives you what? Hope. That gives you strength. That gives you motivation. So I wanted to just kind of take this time today and just talk to you on this Thursday. Give you this word of wisdom to help you go forward, to give you some hope, to give you some guidance. This is a good one to listen to if you're on a treadmill or at home, working out or going for a walk. This is a good one to listen to during that time. Thanks for listening to this talk. This is your big brother, King Jabez. God bless. Peace.